Happy holidays, guys. Happy Vlogmas. I am so excited to be sitting here filming a video for you guys. I have not been in the holiday mood in recent years when it comes to Christmas, which is my favorite holiday. But I'm here now. I'm going to seize the opportunity to bring you guys a video of all of my holiday decor that we picked up for our home this year. I'm super excited to do so. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely keep watching. But first, I'm Wil Mikahson. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome aboard. I would love for you to consider joining our family here, and you can do that by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every single time I load a new video. If you are a return viewer, a subscriber, you're my fam, I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming back and checking out another video. So in today's haul, I stopped by a bunch of stores. Marshall's, Home Goods, HomeSense, At Home, Kohls, Balsam Hill. This is my first time bossing up and buying something from Balsam Hill. I'm so excited, and we're going to share everything with you that I got from each of those locations. So really quickly, let's just talk about how I got into the Christmas spirit this year. I was in CVS and I wound up coming across these really beautiful Santa Claus, African-American Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they were dressed in this really decadent pink outfit. I'll insert a picture. And I was like, our home does not warrant pink decor, but they're beautiful. Someone needs to get these. So I immediately grabbed them. They were $49.99 a piece. I did not have any coupons at the time, and I just called my mom and I was like, guess what? I got you an African-American Santa and Mrs. Claus. Your decor this year is going to be pink, gray, and navy because she has those elements in her, not the pink, but she has the gray and navy in her living room. So I was like, congratulations, you just scored yourself holiday decor via me. So they were really beautiful. I gave those to her, and you guys know that Big Brother, TikTok, Instagram, the interwebs is always listening. So when I logged onto TikTok, I came across all of these African-American Santa videos saying that like, oh, CVS is for the culture. The past 2 years, CVS has been putting out these beautiful African-American Santas. And some of the ones I saw were dressed in the most beautiful like white outfits with like gray trim. And of course they were from previous years. I did look up the African-American Santa and Mrs. Claus from I think 2022 in these white outfits, and they were selling for $125 when I know that they're $49.99. And everyone's like, and you can use coupons. Like if you're a CVS member, you can always get coupons. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. At any rate, you guys know my OCD. I went on this crazy search for other African-American Santa Clauses from CVS. And this year they're doing a lot of culturally diverse things as far as Santas. There's classic Santa, African-American Santa, there's vacation Santa. I believe that there's a Mexican Santa. So I'm really interested to see how they continue to move this trend forward in the coming years. But this year, the Santa Claus that was released was like pretty traditional. There was one with green and red. I brought one from my Oneida, and I just couldn't find the ones that I wanted. But there's a CVS right where I live, and I called my sister and I said, I'm out here running around crazy. Can you see if our CVS has one of these Santas? And lo and behold, guys, I present to you my 3 foot, 34 inch African-American Santa in this beautiful outfit. It's like so beautiful. I love him. So they did not release Mrs. Claus with the matching outfit to this, but that's fine because I live in a 2-gentleman household. So I was like, this is perfect. And this Santa represents me. And I was going to look for a classic Santa to represent Joseph. And voila, there's a couple of Santas, like I said earlier, that had like more traditional outfits that were really nice, but they were like red and greens or red and browns. And I was like, no. And I'm really trying to push this white Christmas decor thing, which I'll get into. But I like the fact that he was Ski Santa in his really cute ski suit with his skis. I thought he was super cute, but yet still very classic Santa. So I got this one to represent Joseph. So I will say that once I was off of the 3-foot Santa kick, I was like, oh my gosh. Now that I realized that I was going to, for representation purposes, have an African-American Santa and a classic Santa in our home, I was like, great, those two will sit by the tree. And now we need 2 Santas in our bedroom and just 2 Santas all around. So I went nuts in every HomeSense and Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Marshalls, finding the cutest like 18-inch Santas and the cutest outfits. I only found 2 with the African-American and the classic Santa. And then the other outfits, they were just classic Santas in these cute gray and white outfits, ski Santas. Like, you guys know I love gray and whites. Very, very my vibe, very on trend. But Joseph likes classic Christmas. So I was just grabbing all the Santas. I think at one point I amassed, like, on top of these 2 3-foot Santas, I had like another 10 Santas. And I looked in my closet because I was throwing everything in the closet, and I was like, where is all this going in the off season? And more importantly, where is it going now? Are we gonna have Santas hanging like shelf on the elf from the lanterns, the lights and stuff? I don't know. So I wound up returning all of those and just solely keeping our 2 classic Santas that represent myself and Joey. So now that I've been bitten by the holiday bug, I decided to just go on the internet and start searching for things. And as I previously mentioned, where are all these things going in the off season? My mind immediately went to, what am I gonna do for storage when we put these things in our storage unit? How am I gonna hold our off-season wreaths, our current season wreaths? And I've always looked at Balsam Hill, and I've always been a little bit intimidated because their price point is so high. And I feel like their items are more so for people who have like homes, and we're still apartment living right now. And again, going back to my theme of loving gray, they've always had this gray wreath holder, and I was like obsessed with it. It was $119. And I said, you know what, this season we're gonna pull the trigger on that. Pulled the trigger, and because they come in extra small, small, medium, large, and maybe extra large, don't quote me, I will insert the information. And I said, well, without even looking, I just saw the gray one, clicked on the gray one, and they only offer the gray in small. So I was like, our wreaths in here are pretty small, and any wreath that we would be putting in here would be small because it's an apartment. So I ordered the small, and there was an option to get a double wide, like a deep one. And I said, no, I'm gonna get the small. Again, the deep one didn't come in gray either. But I said, I'm gonna get the small, and because we have a few wreaths, I'm gonna get 3 of them. So at $119, you do the math, I got 3 of them. So they were delivered in 3 different boxes. And when the boxes came, I said to myself, why are there 3 boxes? So when you take it out of the box, it does come wrapped in plastic like this. And I was looking at the depth, and I was like, this is pretty thick. So I take it out of the plastic and I start to open it. This is massive, you guys. Absolutely massive. I can't even fit it in the frame. This is what it looks like closed. It does have this metal loop here, and I'll open it and show you what that is. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a hanger on the inside, and it does have this sort of seatbelt kind of attachment that clips. It holds all of your wreaths together when they're hanging on there. Really, really amazing feature. But what I've realized is that this holds up to a 30-inch wreath, which in my opinion is not small. 22, 24, those are small. And those are pretty much what I have. It's way too big. This will never be able to be stored in our apartment anywhere, and it'll probably take up most of our storage units. So this is unfortunately, all 3 of these are unfortunately going back. And when I put our fall wreath in there, it was just so much room in it, and I just said, you know what, I can't justify the spend or the space, so it's going back. But if we lived in a home and had huge wreaths, I would definitely get this. I also cannot imagine what the large, medium, and extra large potentially look like. I just could not imagine. Or the double wide, like the deep one. Insane. So I wanted to show you guys this, but if you're on the market, it's a really, really cool piece. And I wish that they offered the gray color in all the sizes and maybe make it extra, extra small for those of us who live in an apartment. Also from Balsam Hill, they were having a sale. Like, everyone's been doing their Black Friday sale a little earlier this year, which is awesome. I was a little thrown off guard, but I was prepared. So this year, our Christmas tree, our main Christmas tree, which is gonna go behind me here, you guys know, again, I love a gray, white, or winter white aesthetic when it comes to Christmas, but Joseph and Gianna prefer classic Christmas, and the last 2 years, I kind of really didn't participate in decorating the Christmas tree, like the main Christmas tree, and last year, as you guys remember from Vlogmas, I said, you know what, I'm gonna get my fabulous, luxurious tree in our bedroom, and I also brought our daughter a tree for her room, but they still have creative control, for the most part, over the main tree. But I said, you know what, rather than being separated and, you know, my tree, your tree, whatever, we are going to come together and prepare a classic tree for our main tree here. And so Joseph loves red. And he said to me, you never asked me why I love red so much when it comes to the holidays. And his mother, Dee Dee, rest in peace, She loved red for the holidays and always had a fabulous red tree. Not a red tree, but like red decor. So it's important to him. And so in her honor and in honor of his love for her around the holidays, I said, you know what? And it's going to be a challenge for me to use color that I do not particularly care for or usually use during the holidays. So everything that you guys are going to see moving forward for the main tree is going to be red or dark red, deep red, and a little bit of whites. But from Balsam Hill, I also picked up these berry sticks. And again, everything that Balsam Hill does, I believe they just do it big. They said that these were, and they are right, they're small berries. But when I looked at the description, it said small berries instead of 12. So and I got 2 boxes because we have a 9-foot tree. So when these 2 large boxes came, I was like, again, more like oversized things. So this is what they look like. 12 sticks, the berries are small, but the sticks are the picks or the sticks are long. I will leave the dimensions on the screen because I did not look at these things. I just saw small berries and ran with it. But I think these are going to look really, really nice on the tree, like I said, right behind me. So this is kind of where the inspiration started. We're going to put some red berry picks in, and I don't think I'm going to use both boxes, so one of the boxes are going to go back. Last from Balsam Hill, I wanted to put garland over our entertainment center, and I could have gone with the 6-foot, but it would have just been like edge to edge, and I wanted a little dramatic draping down the sides of the entertainment center. So I picked up a red berry Fraser fir. So it's split. It has red berries in it, like the berries that I just showed you that are going to go on the tree, and it's a Fraser fir. I do not remember what our tree is, but this is all that I was going to go with. And then I saw a 2-pack of 10-foot garland, and I'm like, I thought I was getting one. Just one. I'm not going to take this out. I will try to insert a picture of it, a clip of it, but it's really, really big. It is, I guess that they put 2 pieces of garland together to make it long, which I figured, but why does it say 10 feet? This is what it looks like. I will say the berries are varied in size on this. So there's some medium-sized ones, some small size, and I might, now that I think about it, once it's all opened up, if it's lacking a little bit, maybe I can cut some of those larger berry sticks down and fill into this. So to be determined, I will let you guys know what I do in my next video because I'm going to be showing you guys actually how I decorate after this video. So let's get into some of the more festive things like ornaments and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over the things that I purchased for our master bedroom Christmas tree, which is the one that I do by myself. I mean, they can help me, but that's the one, like, that's the tree that I get to design. So last year we went for a very wintry theme, different textures. There's some quilted booties on there, like socks. There's some elements of gold in there. I used a little bit of ribbon, but it was not the ribbon that I really, really wanted because it was kind of transparent, but it was nice. So this year I'm going to sort of infuse a bit more gold. There wasn't enough gold on our tree last year, in my opinion. And I really want to up the ante on the gold because all of our finishes, the mirror that we just got, our end tables, the art light that we got is gold tones. So I really want to up the ante on the gold because the gray in our room is really just our bed and the trim on our artwork. But nonetheless, we are going to stick with a gray and gold or silver and gold theme for the bedroom. With that, I picked up these 2 cuties. One came from HomeSense, one came from Marshall's, and I could not figure out they're the same brand probably. And one thing I want to pop in and say that I noticed is that a lot of these companies all use the same thing. When I was looking at the Santas, they were all the same Santas. They just had different tags on them and obviously different outfits. But a lot of these manufacturers just put out the same stuff and brands just put their own name on it. Note to self. At any rate, this one came in at $24.99 and this one was $16.99, which I think is a really, really big price difference. I guess because he's a king with his little crown, but they are both drummer nutcrackers and I think they're really, really cute. Last year in our bedroom, in front of our gold tone tree collar, I placed our silver reindeer. But I think this year I might put the silver reindeer out here and set these 2 like on the side of the tree. I wish that they were different sizes, just to have a little asymmetrical moment in front of the tree, but also playing up on the silver and gold aspect as well. So these I love, 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 love. And I got these because I got something from Kohls that's gonna go on the tree. So when I was going nuts looking for all those different Santas, I popped into Kohls. They have really, really nice decor this year, I will say that. on one of their display trees, I saw a bunch of nutcrackers. And I was just like, oh my gosh, so cute. They match the larger nutcrackers. I don't know how it's all gonna look on the tree, but I just thought that they were super handsome, and they are gold with the crown, just like the larger gold one with the crown. They were $6.99, and I put in Joseph's information, and I got like 2 or 3 different coupons applied. So they came to maybe $3.50 or $4 a piece. I had 6 of them, but one of them, the arm was loose, the glue was loose, and I was gonna still get it and just try to fix it on my own. But I said, I have so much other stuff going on. I don't have time to worry about getting glue and doing arts and crafts in an area that I'm really have no skill set in. So they're really cute. I love them, and I cannot wait to see how they look on the tree. While on another trip to HomeSense, I came across these Rachel ornaments. Again, I want to infuse more gold into our bedroom tree, and these have sort of like this hammer distressed detail on them. Really, really love them. And if you guys remember, I'm not sure what video I put it in, my boss, she does faux finishes and stuff like that. She gave me a mason jar that she distressed and made gold, and it resembles this almost identically. So I said, you know what, this is perfect. I wish that they had more of these, but I was like, you know what, when it comes to tree decor, I guess some people say you can over purchase and then return what you don't need, but I think that this is limiting me to only using these pops of gold in the areas that I needed and just use other things to fill. Also, this 4 set was $9.99. While on that same trip to HomeSense, I came across these stars, which I thought were great. And like I said, it's about, for me, trees are about having different textures, different shapes, different hues. Just, it doesn't all have to be, if you're doing a red and gold tree or a silver and gold tree, you can do silver and gold, but you can have some shiny metals, some matte metals, you can have, you know, quilted things, you can have satin things, velvet things. So when I came across these, I thought they were really, really beautiful, and it added a different shape and texture to it while also staying on theme. And these were $12.99 a piece. Second to last thing for our bedroom tree, I took my sister to pick up her tree. She got her first tree ever in her apartment. So excited for her. And on that trip, she got, you know, what she needed. And I said, at that point, I was like, I'm not buying anything else. But I realized that there is a tree topper that I've always wanted from, I believe, CB2 or Crate and Barrel. I'll insert a picture of it. It's brass. It's very modern. I love it. Cannot find it anywhere. I did come across a cheaper version of it in HomeSense, and I brought it and returned it quickly because it wasn't it. And I still can't find it. And I was like, you know what, maybe I'm still on this thing, like we don't need a tree topper. But I came across this in Target. And again, Black Friday sale. It was originally $35. It came to $17 after their Black Friday sale discounts. And I said, you know what? What's the worst case scenario? I don't like it. I spent 17 bucks. And it does have LED lights. It lights up in different sequences. It's really, really cool. Sits on top. It's not really heavy. And it matched the stars that I got from HomeSense. Now, when it comes to home decor, I'm normally on it. I know all the stores from Front Gate to HomeSense, from highs to lows. I typically know all of the stores to get really good home goods. And when I was searching on the internet for the Santas, this place named At Home kept popping up. And I'm like, what is At Home? And I finally clicked on it. They have tons and tons and tons of things. Joey and I almost went there this past weekend, and I was like, you know what, just keep driving because I'm gonna literally drain my pockets. But rewinding a couple of weeks ago, or last week, I came across some items that I really, really loved, and you were able to do same-day delivery because there's 2 stores in New Jersey. One's like 30 minutes north from me, one's like 35, 40 minutes south, and I'm really never going in either of those 2. I do drive north and south, but never in those particular directions. So they offered same-day delivery. I was gonna do same-day delivery, and they do also like regular shipping too, but you guys know I need my fix. So I couldn't do same-day delivery for one of the items, but my coworker lives like 6 minutes from one down in South Jersey. Well, not South Jersey, but Southern. And I was working with her for the next 2 days, and I was like, could you by chance pop up and pick up these things for me if I do like in-store pickup as an option? And she did. So thank you to my lovely, lovely friend / coworker Kim for picking up these items for me, and they are pretty large items. In this bag, there are 8 11-inch pine cones. I do have 2 finishes, and I will walk you through why I got 2 different finishes. So these are the gold tone pine cones. I am not a fan of the red berries on the top of those because that does not match the decor in our bedroom. So I'm gonna find a way to either spray those white or just remove them. But these were $5.99 a piece and 11 inches, large, just giving dramatics, a little bit of texture, different things to put in the tree. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't really like the burlap that they use either. I might have to take that up too. But it's gonna be so deep into the tree that you won't even see the top of them where the hooks are. But I wanted to, again, just more texture to the tree. 4 of these are gonna go in our bedroom tree. And segueing into our main tree, these are silver with the white frosted tips. I do not mind the berries or the ribbon that they use, so these are gonna be fine. And again, they're gonna be so deep into the tree. Also $5.99, 11-inch pine cones, really, really cute. And I just can't wait to see these, how they look on the tree. Kim also picked these 2 up for me in that same pickup from her at-home store. It's a 3 set of baubles. I've always wanted to say that word. There's a shiny finish, matte finish, and glitter finish. I'm not a fan of the glitter. And also I want to say those pine cones, they're very glittery. So I'm sure it's going to get on my nerves, but maybe I can find a way to dust them off or maybe to seal it, like spray something to seal it. I don't know. I'll Google it. But I got 2 sets of these. I did not know how big they were going to be in person. So when I did the in-store pickup, I was like, let me just go small and do 6 of them. I'll probably only use 4. Maybe I'll use the glitter ones too, but I don't know. But again, everyone's doing the large trend ornaments this year. And I think that the larger that they are, it leaves you like less to worry about filling the tree. And again, our tree is 9 foot, our main tree. So I think between these large ornaments plus the large pine cones and then the ribbon that I'm gonna use, I think that we'll be fine. And also these were $7.99 a piece. Last, but certainly not least, from the at-home store, I was able to do the same day delivery the following day after she did the in-store pickup for me by her. So these, do you hear that? These are bells. These are oversized bells. They were a little pricey, but I love them. Again, I only got 4 of these as well. They're gray with the red ribbon. They're metal. They're loud AF. But I just think they're so cute. I think it's gonna bring in some of the gray element that we have in our space between the floors and the couch, which we got a new couch. I'll do a whole apartment update at the top of the new year. But I thought the gray was really nice, and I just could not get these, okay? I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna wind up doing gray and red on the tree or gray, red, and white on the tree. I have no clue, but these were definitely a must. And finally, I picked these up from Walmart. They were $15 a piece. It's 3 sets of ornaments. They're shatterproof, much like all the other ornaments that I picked up. They were all shatterproof. But I thought that the deep red hue of this was perfect. Again, there's all different kinds of reds on this tree. But there was just something about these. I looked at them online, and when I popped into the store to see them in person, I was like, I have to get them. I love the different shapes, and they're just really, really awesome. And last, here is all of the ribbon, the decorative ribbon that I got for the 2 trees. I don't know what is going where or what's going back, but when I came across each of these in the store, I had to pick them up, and we're gonna go through all of them right now. So the first place that I went to was Michael's, and the first ribbon that I picked up was sort of this tweed. It just reminded me of like Chanel tweed, and I had to get it. It was pricey. This was this was $25, no coupons, okay? $25. And the more that I look at it, I'm like, this is probably going back. I'm not even gonna hold you. This is more than likely going to go back. On that same trip to Michael's, I picked up these 2 rolls of ribbon. They were $20, but these were half off, and these came to $10. And they're 3.5 inches by 9 feet. And this just reminded me of like Santa's fur, like on his suit. Again, don't know if I'm gonna use them. These are a bit like off-white. They're not like white. So, but I wanted to pick them up anyway. They were on sale and I was like, worst case, they'll go back. But I don't know, again, if this tree is gonna be red and white or gray, red and white or red and gray. But I thought that these were, again, adding different texture to the tree. And while I was there, I picked up these smaller, I think these are 2.5 inch. 2-inch by 30 feet. These are white velvet ribbons, again, which I can overlay on top of a red velvet or something, or perhaps that tweed if I'm going to use it. I'm not sure, but I picked up these two, and I think that these were on sale as well, or they were not on sale. These were $4.97, so just, you know, that's a more approachable price point than $24 for that tweed one. So then I hopped over to Lowe's. I was looking at plant stuff, and when I saw their ribbon section, I was like, oh my goodness. I saw this deep red one that I just fell in love with. Seeing it in person, I don't know if it's really picking up on the camera, but seeing it in person, it was so luxurious. And maybe if I take this off, you can see it. No, it's coming up brighter, but it's just so nice. And these are all wired, by the way, so you can bend them and shape them in your tree. But I could not leave this behind. I do not remember the price of this. I want to say it was very approachable, like $9 I'm sorry, it was $6.98 from Lowe's. Also, while I was in Lowe's, I came across this one, $6.98, and this reminded me of that red and white tweed one, but I said in case I don't do like super like red and white, like if the white's not bold, I can use these small white accents in the grid here to help, you know, bring out some of the white if I do use in other areas on the tree. So I do like this. I'm not a fan of one of the plaid lines is red glitter, but overall the vibe of this is really nice. So then I went online to Amazon and because I could not find the right hue of gold ribbon in any of the stores to match the gold tones in our bedroom, so I picked this one up. I believe, I can't remember the price. I want to say it was $12.99 or $15.99. It's velvet, it's gold, it's wired. You can't beat that. Then I came across this one. It's red and like black or red and dark gray, which is the color of our new couch. And I was like, if I do a red and gray tree, this will work. So either way, it's a beautiful plaid. Like it's very subtle, but very elegant, classy at the same time. So I had to pick this one up. Again, I believe that it was $15 or $16.99. And then there's this super thick, I don't even remember how thick this is. It's 4 inches. This is the only 4-inch ribbon that I picked up. And I'm glad it's the only one, because when I think about 4-inch ribbon, like that's thick with 3 C's. But I said, you know what? I will either use it as filler out here, or it'll definitely work well in our bedroom tree, mixed in with some of the gold ribbon. And this was probably the most pricey from Amazon. I think that this one was $20, but it's thicker and it's longer than the rest of them. So thank you guys so much for checking out my holiday decor and everything I picked up. If you have any questions about anything, drop it in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. What are your themes this year? What's your color scheme? Do you like more traditional Christmas? Do you like more modern, upscale, luxurious Christmas decor? Let me know. If any of you are in an interracial relationship, let me know if you've ever thought about having a Santa of different nationalities or Mrs. Claus of different nationalities. Do let me know in the comment section below. Happy holidays to you guys, and I'll see you in my next 2 videos where we'll be decorating the main tree and our bedroom tree. Bye guys.